Hey, I still remember the first night I set up the MagniFi Max AXSR and how it completely changed the way movies felt in my living room, and not just louder, but emotionally richer, more present. If you ready to escape weak, flat sound that just sits in front of you, check the current price and stock before this one disappears or jumps up. You know that moment when a big scene hits and it should feel powerful, but the bass flattens out and the ambient stays stuck in the background. That was my old setup, a decent, sure, but not absorbing. I realized I'd outgrown the good enough phase when every action beat felt like it was happening somewhere behind the screen, not around me. Unboxing the MagniFi Max AXSR hit differently. The first movie I played, the surround speakers weren't just an accessory, they wrapped sound behind and beside me, and suddenly effects weren't just directional, they were placing me in the room. The wireless subwoofer didn't just add bass, it anchored every low end with weight and clarity other systems only promise. Real-life use turned my casual viewing into full-on engagement. Watching a simple show felt cinematic. Sports broadcasts finally had impact. Explosions, crowd noise, footsteps not just heard, but felt in a way that makes you sit up. Games felt alive, like I could pinpoint sound direction without turning. Even quiet dialogue felt distinct and natural, not buried under the mix. And here's the part you don't want to overthink. Prices shift and stock can tighten. If you wait for the perfect deal, you might miss the one that actually fulfills what you've been craving. Maybe you're wondering if a system like this is actually worth it. I asked myself the same thing. What surprised me most wasn't the power, it was the dimension. Other systems just project sound. This one constructs an environment. Once you feel that, anything weaker starts to feel hollow, like you're missing half the experience without even realizing it. One unexpected benefit. How many details I started picking up: a subtle ambience, layered effects, depth I never knew was missing. That's where pride of ownership hits, when friends ask why the sound feels so complete, and you get to smile because it's your choice making all the difference. Expansive immersive presence with real surround feel subwoofer that delivers authoritative, controlled low and crisp dialogue you actually understand every time. Dynamic soundstage where effects move around you. TV content transformed into engrossing audio experiences. It is a bit larger in footprint and basic bars and takes some setup thought, and if simplicity is your only priority, it might feel like extra hardware. But at a certain point you stop circling specs and just choose the sound experience you've already imagined. That's where this system sits in the spot you wanted but didn't pull the trigger on. Check the price, see what's available, and take that step. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and look back on wishing you had done sooner. Once you hear sound that actually surrounds you the way it should, everything else just feels quiet.